Hello, Internet. This is Lord Mad Dog, and I'm coming at you today with a new build. Yeah! Alright, so let's hop right into it. Right here, we have the Lion-Hearted Mobile Base. It is a beginner's base for space. It is run by hydrogen, so it's just need cobalt, and I believe it can take off a planet. I have not tried it, so you'll have to test it yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a good look around. As you can see, this build is inspired by my planetary base build. Not exactly the same, but very much influenced by it. You got the nice little sleek look. It is definitely a station. And we got some solar panels on the bottom here, and there you can see my bottom facing hydrogen thrusters. And I think you could add more if you wanted to. No, not. Yeah, you can. But it would just kind of ruin the look. I wanted to make it really look really cool. But if you're trying to get off the planet, you might be able to add another row in there, or not. I'm not sure. But I think it can get off the planet. I'm not entirely sure. All right, so like this area where this little area right here is like your docking port. You can have little ships come on up here and dock. There's no way to get a Land Rover up on it because this is for space. All right, we've got lights. We've got our hydrogen tanks right here. As you can see right now, I'm out of hydrogen. I didn't put any ice in. It takes too long. And we got this nice, you can change this to being whatever you want. I have it called the Leonhardt Mobile Station. Okay. And so let's go ahead in. Now, this is airtight. But like I said, I don't have any oxygen right now. And that's okay. Also, it does not have a two-way airlock because I'm not a fan of those. I use a mod called force fields just because I think in the future that we would definitely come up with a better way than having the two airlock system. I've actually seen some spin around airlock systems are pretty cool too, but that's different. All right, so as you can see here, in the very middle, it's just a gigantic, wide open area. And that's because I like gigantic, open, wide areas. But it is totally capable of putting anything in here, decorations, little building, little rooms, totally available, totally easy. And this thing also is fully decked out. Let me go ahead and turn off the projector here, otherwise when I go to the projector, it'll
fuel.
Yes, it says no fuel because no hydrogen, no uranium. Okay, so let's go with projector. Let's turn them off. Oh, I already turned them off. Duh. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, this thing does have two uraniums. It's mostly solar powered, but it has two small uranium actions, but as you see, they're not actually got any fuel, and this thing's fully capable of running right now. It has both its refineries running, which I'll go ahead and start digging up the floor, which is just horrible. I never like digging up my floors. But hey, gotta show people what you got. All right, so let's go ahead and dig up my floors. First off, there is two large cargo containers, which you have direct access to. And yeah, and then there's the projectors. These are all batteries out back this way. So there's a total of 60 batteries. So you can basically run off of them for a really long time. Now off to the left and right here are our refineries. And then there is 4 assemblers with both sides speeds on them. So that's pretty much do anything you need for tier 1, low tier area, beginning out. Like I said, this is a starter base. This is not your end all be all. Now, there's tons of room down here. And what I have specially made is because I'm always annoyed that refineries don't refine stone first. So these things right here, there's 4 of them. They're arc furnaces, and it puts stone and outputs anything that's not stone and leaves only stone in there. And there's, like I said, there's 4 of them. And there's also a lot of room down here if you want to move around things. Now, if you do not know, thrusters have a 2-range piece on them. So there is plenty enough room. They're not going to damage each other. Hydrogen thrusters only have 2. I thought it was 3, but it's 2. Anyway, so that means there's actually more room right here. You can put anything in right all the way down this line, which makes nice. And then you have some room down here. And yeah, it's just a decent amount of room down here to put anything you may need. I know personally, I always think of something I need, like after I make the whole ship, and they're like, oh, I need to put something like that in. Or if you have modded blocks like gravel shifters or different things, there is also, so we also have 4 hydrogen, 4 H2O. They're underneath the stairs. So there's 1 and 2, but on other direction there's so H2 generators. So you have oxygen and hydrogen. You have 6 tanks for hydrogen and oxygen. Oops, where is this at? Yes, right here. And actually, it's more than 6. No, it is exactly 6. Okay, and then right here is obviously your medical bay, and I think that's pretty much all there really is to it. I mean, it's just a really nice, simple, sleek design little ship.
Fuel.
And I'll show you here. Well, obviously I can't move around. I don't have any hydrogen. Wait, do I have any hydrogen? Let me see here. I have 18 little bit of hydrogen. It's telling me no fuel because of that. As you can see, it can't move all that fast, but it'll get up to speed. It is a mobile station. You can move it into orbit over where you want, or whatever you want to do with it. I really like it. I'm going to use it for a little bit of travel, a little bit mobility. Very beginning stuff, just especially if you started in space. Very good. Okay, now let's talk about what it cost. And right here, as I normally do for my builds, I show you what it cost. This is what it cost. So we're going to cost you 17K constructions, and basically what your big number here is your 39 steel plate, 39K steel plates, or probably more closer to 40K steel plates. And that's basically what you're going to be your biggest cost here, besides the power cells. Now, there is also superconductors in here, but they're superconductors. There's only 100 of them, and that's not going to cost you hardly anything. It's just it's for these. And if you don't have the superconductors, don't worry. Everything will work perfectly fine without them. So you don't really need these yield modules on your refinery. And it's nice to have them, but you don't need them. And that is absolutely everything there is. It is a nice, slick, little clean build. I hope you enjoy it. And that's about it. Lord Mad Dog, signing off.